Who's gonna tell Kylie that Timothée does not like her? Not in the way that she likes him. Allegedly, he's been trying to break up with her. Kris Jenner has him under contract, gag order, something, saying that it would be bad for his career if he left her.
Kylie Jenner and Timothée Chalamet are hanging by a thread in their relationship. Timothy's been acting distant, refusing to publicly acknowledge Kylie, putting his career before everything, including her. But things took a wild turn when Kylie discovered that Timmy's been secretly setting aside time for none other than Lourdes Leon. Yes, Madonna's daughter. These two go way back, and not just as old friends. Timothée and Lourdes dated back in high school, and he once described her as his first love. Now that they've reconnected, Kylie can't shake the feeling that Lourdes might try to win him back. The tension's real, and Kylie's losing sleep over it. Rumors are flying everywhere about Kylie and Timothee splitting up, and she's feeling totally drained and overwhelmed. What really broke her, though, was catching him chatting with his ex again. And it's not just anyone. It's the Lourdes Leon, the girl who had Timmy's heart before the fame, the movies, the red carpets. Kylie knows they've always had that old connection, and now that it's back, she's scared it might be too strong to ignore. Lourdes Leon is seriously getting under Kylie Jenner's skin, and it's showing. Kylie's doing her best to act unbothered, but everyone around her can tell it's eating her up inside. The tension between her and Timothée is getting thicker by the day. Timmy and Lourdes go way back. They even went to the same high school, and she was his first real love. That kind of bond doesn't just disappear, and Kylie knows it. You know how it is. When exes reconnect, that old spark can light right back up. It's the kind of situation that leaves someone, in this case Kylie, feeling totally left out and anxious. A source even said that the fact that Timmy and Lourdes still keep in touch is tough for Kylie to stomach. And it makes sense. The thought of your man talking to the girl he once loved? That's rough. Kylie's been venting to her friends, saying Lourdes has been sniffing around and that she's convinced the pop icon's daughter wants Timmy back now that he's riding high on fame. No matter what Timmy tells her, that she's got nothing to worry about, the fact he still makes time for Lourdes while he and Kylie haven't been seen together in months, yeah, that's definitely making things uneasy. Honestly, I feel uneasy for Kylie. This isn't just some random girl we're talking about. This is Madonna's daughter, Lourdes Leon. She's got serious status, just like Kylie. And let's be real, she's absolutely stunning. People have even been wondering if she had any work done, but honestly, Lourdes looks naturally beautiful. She's so low-key that her name hasn't been floating around much lately.
Into the nepotism babies conversation, which obviously she has to, she's Madonna's daughter. I read this quote, I was like, oh, she's like actually very self-aware. She says, I want to feel like I deserve things and not just like I've been given things. And yes, there's undeniable privilege that I'd be stupid to not realize. Nepotism babies are pretty awful usually, and my mom and my father raised me to be so much smarter than that. See, this is where Lily Rose Depp missed the mark when she was asked about nepotism. Like, this is what you should have said. She'll also fight you if you talk shit about Madonna, which I love. Now, she does say that she does not condone violence, but she was at a club, and the second my mom's name popped out of this girl's mouth, I don't condone violence, but she left. I really respect that. Also, fun fact, her first boyfriend was Timothée Chalamet, and she did 1 year at University of Michigan and left because she was at a frat party and she was like, these bitches are so basic, I'm gonna die.
If you have to worry about your man this much, that you feel deeply insecure, then he's not your man. Ouch, but that's real talk. A lot of folks online have been saying Kylie tends to get super clingy in her relationships, and maybe that's part of the problem. Another person added, work on the relationship with yourself before trying to force the wrong puzzle piece in that space. That one hit different. It wasn't shade. It was actually some solid advice. Sometimes the hardest thing is realizing when the connection just doesn't fit anymore. Someone online made a wild comment saying, Timothy's probably thinking, would I rather have Madonna as a mother-in-law or Kris Jenner? That's actually hilarious when you think about it. Who would you pick, Madonna or Kris? Personally, I feel like Kris Jenner would be way more fun. She'd spoil you with gifts and probably make every family event feel like a full production. But let's not forget, Timothée also dated Lily Rose Depp. So imagine this for a second. Your father-in-law could have been Johnny Depp. That's a lot to take in. Picture showing up for Thanksgiving or Christmas dinner and things start to get a little wild. You just know those family gatherings would be anything but boring. And after that whole Amber Heard trial, You can imagine the kind of headlines that would come out of a dinner like that. Right now, though, it's not Johnny or Chris making headlines, it's Lourdes Leon, and she's turning into a major problem for Kylie. That's why it's time to dig a little deeper into Lourdes and Timothee's history. Is Kylie actually right to feel threatened? Well, Lourdes recently sat down with Vanity Fair this past May and opened up about her first boyfriend, yes, Timothée Chalamet, and what that relationship really meant to her. In her interview, Lourdes said, "I respect him a lot. We were a little item." That's such a calm way to describe what was clearly a meaningful relationship. These two were total high school sweethearts, and it all went down at a performing arts school in New York, a place packed with young celebs and nepo babies. If you look at old photos of Timothée and Lourdes together, they look so young, so fresh-faced. It's wild to see how far they've both come. But let's be real. Timmy definitely seems to have a type. Every girl he's been linked to has some kind of famous background, and fans can't help but notice. People are even joking that when Timmy meets someone new, his first question isn't, "What's your name?" It's more like, "So what do your parents do?" When talking about Call Me By Your Name, Timothée mentioned that Lourdes still hasn't seen it yet, but she's super excited to. He said, "She teases me about the public appearances. The movie itself she's very excited about, and the reception it's been getting is only a great thing." It sounds like there's still a little friendly spark between them, doesn't it? Of course, Andy Cohen couldn't resist stirring the pot. That man loves a little mess. He asked Timothée how long he and Lourdes actually dated, and Timmy just laughed and said, "Next question." Classic move. I can't help but wonder what kind of teasing Lourdes gives him about the movie. Maybe about the attention it brought or the emotional scenes. If you haven't seen Call Me By Your Name, it's a romantic drama that got everyone talking. And here's the part that fans ran with. One comment said, "He really loves a nepo baby, huh?" People started digging into his past again, and it turns out that Page Six even dropped an interesting article about Timmy way back in 2013. The pattern might just go deeper than we think. According to reports from Page Six, even Madonna had her eyes locked on her daughter's first love story. The outlet shared that the pop legend was super strict and only allowed Lourdes to go on a supervised date with Timothée. No hanky-panky allowed. At the time, Lourdes was 16 and Timmy was 17, and their first official outing happened in May 2013. They hit up Brother Jimmy's barbecue in New York, probably sharing ribs and laughs while security kept a close watch from the shadows. Yep, their parents didn't come along, but Madonna made sure there were bodyguards nearby keeping tabs on everything. No funny business there, Madonna. You can relax. Lourdes, who also goes by Lola, seemed to grow up handling fame in her own quiet way. After high school, she headed to the University of Michigan, and here's the impressive part, she paid for her own tuition. She used the money she made from her teen fashion line that she co-launched with her mom back in 2010. That's how you turn creativity into independence. And the internet clearly hasn't stopped comparing her to Kylie. One Reddit user even said, "Lourdes is so much better suited for Timothée, I'd love to see it." It's wild how invested people are in this love triangle. After college, Lourdes took the modeling world by storm. Her big break came when she walked for Gypsy Sport at New York Fashion Week in 2018, and she's been booked and busy ever since, working with huge names like Stella McCartney and other high-end brands. She's not just Madonna's daughter anymore. She's built her own spotlight, and honestly, that's something Kylie might find hard to compete with. Lourdes has really been making moves lately. She's worked with huge brands like Marc Jacobs and Savage X Fenty, proving that she's more than just Madonna's daughter. In 2023, she even dropped her first song, titled Spelling, which was a sweet tribute to one of her mom's early hits. It's clear she's embracing her roots while carving out her own lane, and people are finally starting to notice. She's been totally honest about the privilege that comes with being Madonna's kid, but she's also made it clear she wants to earn her own name. Sure, co-launching a clothing line with your mom sounds like an easy start, but back then she was still just a kid figuring things out. Now it really seems like she's focused on building her identity from the ground up. Maybe that's why we don't see her plastered all over social media. She's not chasing clout. She's creating her own vibe. If she were doing daily TikToks with Madonna, the internet would be flooded with their content. But that's not her style. Recently, a clip surfaced in Spain where someone asked her if she liked Shakira, and the comment section went wild. One person joked, "Tell me she's Madonna's daughter without telling me she's Madonna's daughter." Another cracked the "Shakira, Shakira" line, while someone else commented that she looked a little high. And of course, tons of fans said she's absolutely stunning and has her mom's humor, which honestly, she does. Lourdes seems chill, confident, and naturally cool. Now that both she and Timothée are older and more successful, people can't help but wonder, could those old feelings start creeping back in now that he's a full-blown Hollywood star? Lourdes is clearly out here doing her own thing, and honestly, it's easy to see why Kylie might feel a little insecure about it. If there really are still sparks between Lourdes and Timothée, that would definitely mess with Kylie's peace of mind. Let's be real. If the paparazzi ever caught Timmy and Lourdes hanging out in public again, that would be game over for Kylie's relationship. And now, here comes a juicy blind item from September 2023 that had everyone talking. It said, the meme actor can't afford a private jet unless a studio is paying for it. So of course he said yes when the reality star, Kylie Jenner, offered to pay for it. She pays for everything for him. It's kind of like the whole one-named rapper situation all over again, minus the serious allegations. That's a bold claim, and people instantly connected the dots. The post even threw shade referencing Kylie's past with Tyga, saying he got away with grooming and being inappropriate with Kylie back then. That's heavy stuff, and it still leaves a bad taste with fans who remember how young she was at the time. Then, someone added a wild comment. Will Timothée and Corey have notes to compare at Thanksgiving? Oof. Another person took it even further, saying if Timothée were a woman, she'd be called a clout chaser and accused of sleeping her way to the top.
The internet can be ruthless, but it's clear that people have strong opinions about who's really benefiting from this relationship. Wow, it's true. Men really do seem to get away with a lot more in Hollywood. But to be fair, Timothée's been keeping busy lately. He's been out promoting his new movie, Marty Supreme. I haven't seen it yet either. I don't even think it's been released. It was supposed to drop on the 3rd, but now it sounds like it might be pushed to Christmas. The release date keeps shifting, and even Timmy's posts have fans guessing what's going on. What's really interesting, though, is that he's starring alongside Gwyneth Paltrow, and the two reportedly share a romantic storyline in the film. Yep, there are kissing scenes and everything. But here's where it gets weird. Gwyneth apparently said she didn't even know Timothée was dating Kylie Jenner. Like, seriously? How could you not? Either she's being super private or she's playing it cool, but I don't know if I buy that. Let's be real. If I were working that closely with someone in a romantic role, I'd be doing a full background check before showing up to set. I'd be deep diving on Google, checking socials, watching interviews, maybe even asking ChatGPT to spill the details before day one of filming. Still, despite the chaos online, reports claim Timothée and Kylie actually spent Thanksgiving together with the Kardashian-Jenner clan.
All the sources are saying Timothée and Kylie did spend Thanksgiving together in La Quinta with the family at the, private, I think it's called Madison Club. Okay. Somebody ran into the whole family. Saw Timothée at the turkey trot.
So maybe things between them aren't totally falling apart. Or maybe they're just trying to keep up appearances for the holidays. It's kind of strange. There weren't any real photos of Timothée at the Kardashian-Jenner Thanksgiving table. No TikToks from Northwest featuring him, no family selfies, nothing. The only thing people caught was a quick shot of Timmy and Kylie walking outside together, and that was about it. For a family that posts everything online, that silence definitely raised eyebrows. Timmy doesn't seem to vibe with the whole social media circus that comes with dating into this family. While everyone else was showing off their designer outfits, fancy table setups, and perfect family moments, he was noticeably missing from the spotlight. It honestly made it hard to believe he was even there. But maybe that's just how he likes it. Still, some fans were quick to jump to their defense, saying that Kylie and Timmy are definitely still together. According to them, the couple was giving thanks for their long, healthy relationship, and they're just trying to keep things private. Of course, others aren't buying it, but when it comes to this duo, it seems like the less we see, the more people want to know. So once Thanksgiving wrapped up, it looks like Timothée packed his bags and headed straight back to filming Dune. Busy man, right? But insiders say Kylie was actually really happy she got to spend even a little time with him in LA before we left. Still, if I were her, I'd be keeping one eye open, because Lourdes is definitely back in the picture, and that girl has history with Timmy. Kylie better stay sharp because this love triangle could heat up fast. And that's the latest tea for now. What do you think? Is Kylie holding on to a Hollywood fairy tale, or is Lourdes about to swoop in and shake things up again? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I'm dying to know what you all think. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment below for more wild celebrity drama and updates.